Hello friends, my name is Tawfiq and you're watching my channel Graphics Den. So in this video we are going to see the paint bucket tool. So paint bucket tool basically fills the color, whatever color is present on the foreground. So we can either choose foreground color or we can choose the pattern. So for now we are going with the foreground. So I have kept whatever color that I want in the foreground, and I have created a new document. I'll turn this on first, the keystrokes, and I've created a blank document which has a white background. So if I simply after selecting the color, if I simply click on this thing on the document, it will be filled with the color that I have chosen on the foreground. But if I select a specific area, then it will be only filled in that particular area, something like this. So I'll undo this, Control D, deselect. So whatever shape you select, it will be filled in that particular selection. So if you want to move or transform that selection that you have filled with color, then you must create a layer using the layers panel by clicking on this button, which is a create new layer. So it will create a new layer, and if you select if you make any selection, but your selection is now active on the layer that you have created, so if you fill the color, procedure remains the same. If I change the color, then that color will be here filled with this color. So what is the benefit of creating a layer? I will deselect this by using Control D or Command D if you are using Mac. If I fill the color on a new layer, then I can move this particular section. Unlike when I create on the background, then I won't be able to move or transform that particular section. But since I have created a new layer, so I'll be able to move this, or I can also change the size or basically transform it, rotate, squeeze it if possible, shift like this. So there are multiple options if you create a new layer. If you don't create a new layer, then your options are limited. You can always change the color. If I want to change the color, let's say I want red color, so I can select the red color first. I will choose again the same option, paint bucket tool, and you simply click, and because this is the shape is present on a separate layer, the background won't be affected. So you can change the color as many times as you want. We will see how it works on a image with different colored pixels. So in this particular image, the pixels, this is a photograph, so unlike this image, there are different pixels or different colored pixels in this image. So what if I select similar area and try to fill it out? What will happen? It will only be colored on the similar pixels where I have clicked. So what if I create a new layer? Then it will fill. But what if I want to, I will undo this. What if I want to color this on the image itself? I don't want to be coloring the new layer. I want to color the background layer itself. But it won't be happening if I choose the paint bucket tool and I simply click it here. It will only color the similar pixels. So there is another option. You can simply press Alt and backspace key, Alt plus backspace, then the selected area will be filled with the foreground color. What if you want the background color to be filled in the selection? You can simply press Control backspace or Command backspace if you are using Mac. So that particular area will be filled with the color irrespective of the layer you have selected. So these are the two options that using which you can fill the color in any layer, background layer, or even if you create new layer, same thing will happen. So I will undo this. So let us try to create a basic image or basic artwork for that matter. Let us try to create a basic artwork. Let's say I want to create some mountains and a scenery, basically a jungle scene containing a wolf and a moon, inspired by the Jungle Book cartoon series. So just remember, if you create layers, separate layers, then it will be more or it will be easier for us to change that particular layer, because we have created a new layer. If you create some artwork on a same layer, then it will be more difficult to edit that particular section in the future. So it is better to create separate layers. The more separate layers you create, it will be easier for you to edit that particular artwork of yours. So let's say I want to create a Jungle Book kind of a artwork inspired by Jungle Book, not really a Jungle Book. So we'll try some basic thing. It won't look great, but we will try to have some fun with ourselves. Okay, so first of all, as I said, I will create a new layer and I will use lasso tool, because lasso tool is freehand selection tool. It doesn't have any restrictions. So you have to simply press and hold your left mouse button and draw it as whatever you like. So I will try to create a mountain top or a hill rather. So this is a hill. So I have selected this area. So this is a similar looking area and this is a new layer. So you can either color it by using the paint bucket tool, or you can simply press Alt backspace or Control backspace. So I will use for this point the paint bucket tool. I will fill it with, let's say, black color, or maybe a dark brown color, very dark, almost black color. So this is a part of the hill and we want to place our wolf over here. So this is the mountain. Okay, mountain top. So I will create another layer rather, and I will choose the similar tool or same tool, and I try to create some mountains just like this, So these are the mountains, but make sure that this layer containing the mountains should be behind this one, otherwise you won't be able to see this hill. I will show you. I will lighten the color a little bit like this. So this will be a monochromatic kind of a thing. So this layer is above the layer 1, that's why we are not able to see the background layer. So I'm again deselecting this one, Control D, and I'm placing this layer below layer 1, so we will be able to see this hill. Again I will create a new layer now below layer 2 rather. Again I will choose lasso tool, and again I will create another mountain kind of a shape. So this won't have to be accurate, because it will go behind this layer, so we won't be able to see this portion. So again I will lighten the color a little bit. So we are using the lighter shade, we are going lighter shade by shade. So this is a bit lighter shade. Again you can again use the Alt backspace option if you like. I'm using the paint bucket tool because we are using the separate layers like this. If you want further some more light color or lighter shade, then I'll choose a lighter shade. So this is how it will look. Again let's say what if I want to edit some of the things, then I can simply edit, because I have created this thing on a separate layer. That's why I'm able to edit that particular section like this. If I hadn't created this on a separate layer, then I wouldn't have been able to edit this one. Okay, so what if I want a moon over here, moon? So I'll choose simply this thing, and let's say I want a red moon, the blood red moon as they say. Paint bucket, Control D, So this is our moon. Now for the important part, we have seen earlier how to create brushes. So we'll go to this thing. So this is a wolf, and let's say if you want some feeling of the jungle, so we want some trees to get that feeling of the jungle. So first of all, I will select this wolf just by using magic wand tool, and because this is entirely made up of black color, so it will be easier to select that particular area. And I will go to edit, define brush preset. I will name it as wolf. Again I will go to this tree silhouette, and I will again select the tree. It will be again easy because there are only black pixels. So edit, again where is that, define brush, tree. So we can close this now because we have already created the brushes that we want. So I will simply choose from this brush panel the wolf first, and I will increase and decrease by using the square bracket keys. I will again create a new layer, because what if we want to change the position of the wolf? I will choose the same color, but it will get merged into that particular color. This looks good, and if you want to change it, you can always change it because we have created that on a separate layer, so it will be easier for us to change. This looks pretty good. Now what if we want to add some trees? Again I will create a layer, and I will select the tree brush that we have just created, and I will keep the color, this color. I will create this tree nearby, near to this wolf, but make sure this layer is above this layer 1, because we have to see, we should be able to see the trees like this. I will decrease the tree size here. I will draw one tree over here, half tree, just to give that feel, realistic kind of feel, even though this is an artwork, but still you get my point. Something like this. And another layer, I will create another layer, just waiting for this to go. I will create another layer, and maybe I will draw some trees over here just to get the feel. And I'm drawing these trees on the same layer. So that it feels like these trees are nearer to our camera or to us. So this looks pretty good. So this is what we have created by using the paint bucket tool. Now I will save this for now on my desktop. Let's say scene, jungle scene, in the PSD format, Photoshop format. I will save this so that we can edit this in the future. For now I will give this background is now of white color. I will create a layer just below the layer 3. So this is the bottommost layer, layer 8 is the bottommost layer in this particular document. So I will choose a eveningish kind of background, and I will fill that background with this. So this looks a bit of an evening scene. So but what if I want to add multiple colors over here? Then that is another tool called as the gradient tool that we will cover in the next video. But for now I think this looks pretty good. So you can also practice, you can try similar thing, but you can also try some different things, and you can try to copy some, you can select some image from Google and you can try to copy that particular image into your own, and it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. You can use your own mind and give it your touch. So this was the paint bucket tool and how we can create a simple artwork by using the paint bucket tool and also the brush tool, obviously. So do practice, do enjoy this tool, and it make this tool interesting. I think that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye and cheers.